Here are some of the moves I think the Charlotte Hornets should make to become a competitive basketball team. Number one, trading for Daniel Gafford. I know it's not a highlight pick. I know it's not a superstar pick that everybody wants, but it is a good fit for this team. He has the verticality threat offensively for LaMelo, and LaMelo would definitely thrive in that. He also is a defensive anchor, and he's also a highly efficient interior scorer. So all that adds up to be a valuable add to the team. So we probably most likely have to get rid of Josh Green, maybe the 18th pick, and possibly like a second round pick for next year to acquire Daniel Gafford from the Mavericks. And the second option I really think we should go for is D'Angelo Russell. I know some people may not like to hear that, but he would be a perfect fit for backup point guard on this team. We'll probably have to get him through a trade exception. Since he seems to be on bad terms with the Washington Wizards, we could probably get him for relatively cheap without having to give up too much. But he'll bring in that veteran playmaking that we need for our backup unit so they don't stall when LaMelo's not on the court. And I think he just fit this team chemistry very well. And yeah, it seems like he's on bad terms, so we could probably get him for very cheap. My third option would be Jackson Hayes. He hasn't really fit on any team he's played with, but I think he would fit perfectly on this team and this young core, especially being a verticality threat on offense and defense. He's also a solid interior scorer, and we'll probably have to acquire him through our mid-level exception, which is $15 million. So, and I believe his previous contracts have only been like $3 or $4 million. So we could definitely sneak and grab him, but he would be an amazing fit for this team and LaMelo as well, and add it as a depth piece because I really don't think Kalkbrenner is going to get you far into the playoffs or in the playoffs at all. So adding Jackson Hayes as like a backup center would be a perfect fit. My fourth option in addition would be somebody who's kind of turning into a 2-level, 3-level scorer as a big man who's kind of been overlooked, was hyped in college, came into the NBA hyped, hasn't really fit on any teams either like Jackson Hayes, but I think he would fit perfectly on this team, and that person is Marvin Bagley. He has developed into a 3-level scorer. He's shown flashes at least of being a 3-level scorer. He also has good size, and like I said, he hasn't really fit on any other teams, but he would fit perfectly on this team. We'd also have to acquire him through our mid-level exception with $15 million, and also like Jackson Hayes, I believe his previous contracts have been around the $3 or $5 million range. So we could actually snag him up pretty easy as well. But he would definitely be a great addition to the team. Plus, he'd be a great 4 to have, and to have depth at the 4 position behind Miles Bridges. He'd be a perfect fit. My fifth option in addition would be somebody who has played with us before, but it was under way worse circumstances. We weren't winning anything. But bringing this person back would add a defensive weapon against every team's guard that we play against. And that person is Josh Okogie. He would be an amazing fit. He adds that defensive weapon that we need to guard the 1 through 3 position. He is something we absolutely need on this team. The versatility he brings, being 6'4", 213 pounds with a 7-foot wingspan, we absolutely need somebody like that on our team to guard the 1 through 3 and have that versatility on defense because we lack that so bad right now, and we need him on the team. So adding Okogie through what would most likely be a mid-level exception again would be a great addition, bringing him back this time under winning circumstances. My sixth option would be somebody who's kind of flying under the radar. Nobody really pays attention to who he is, but he's a 3-and-D guy. He's 6'7", with a 210-pound frame. He can play the 2 or the 3. He can guard the 2 or the 3, and that person is Amir Kofi. Just somebody who's kind of flown under the radar, but is an exceptional value add for any team in the NBA, especially us, and especially us needing versatility and depth on our roster. Acquiring him would be perfect. We probably have to get him through our biannual exception, which is a little different than our mid-level exception, but we'd still be able to get him nonetheless. And this would be a beautiful add to the team, just because we add another scorer and somebody who can guard either the 2 or 3 position, maybe even 4 in some circumstances. Okay, so the next 3 additions are a little different from all the other additions because the other additions have just been free agent signings or trade exceptions, but the next 3 are draft picks, which I think would be incredible adds to this team and really just bring us into that winning mentality and winning mindset by adding these next 3 players if possible. So my first option for the draft picks would be acquiring Hans Steinbeck with the 14th pick in the first round. Like I said, we most likely have to get rid of the 18th pick in the first round to acquire Daniel Gafford via the trade. But getting Hans Steinbeck, he does have size. I believe he's 6'11", 240, 250 maybe. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But he does have great rebounding. I think he led the NCAA in rebounding. He's also a solid interior scorer. He's shown the ability to be able to stretch the floor. And he also has underrated passing and vision for his size. So having somebody like that on the floor with LaMelo or whoever's guiding the unit would just have a safety net to fall back on whenever our offense kind of stalls out. So adding Steinbeck with the 14 pick is the best pick in my opinion if we add all these other additions that I also mentioned earlier as well. And my next two options may be a stretch. We have to get second round picks for them for either one of these guys. But if we do get a second round pick for either one of them, I think these two would be a perfect fit for this team. My first choice for the second round pick would be Jaden Bradley. A skilled 3-level scorer, a great on-ball defender, a mistake-free playmaker who's shown the ability to initiate offense as well. He also plays great going down the hill while driving to the basket and being able to finish. And that's something we desperately need at the point guard position because I don't think Kobe White is a true point guard. So adding somebody who is a true point guard who could do that is a great add to the team. He's had the ability to stay poised in clutch situations, high-stakes situations, and he's from Charlotte. So bringing back a homegrown kid just to bring all the skill he has to the team would be an amazing add. And my second choice for the second round pick, if we couldn't acquire Jaden Bradley, would be Milos Uzan from Houston. He's at 6'4", I believe. He has great playmaking ability. He plays with great poise and control. And he's also a great on-ball defender and team defender. He's able to fill in those gaps, disrupt those passing lanes, things of that nature. And he also has a calm leadership poise to him as well. And that winning mentality, I guess, just from coming from the University of Houston where it's kind of instilled in you. He has that as well. So he has all these tools which will fit perfectly on any team, especially ours, being able to be a defensive unit and offensive playmaker as well. He'd be a perfect fit for this team. But all these additions are realistic that we could actually pull off financially and legitimately. So adding these additions would bring us from a play-in team to a top 3 to 5 seed in the East at minimum. So we would be a guaranteed playoff team, and we'd probably be fighting for Eastern Conference Championship, which we are in a win-now state. So we'd be fighting for an Eastern Conference Championship, maybe even a spot to play in the NBA Finals as well. So these additions are realistic, and they could bring our team and elevate us to a whole new level that we've always needed and we've always been looking for. And to kind of wrap everything up in a pretty little bow, all these additions are realistic and legitimate financially. It may be a stretch, it may not. They may go out and get everybody I said and we win a championship. But it may be a stretch. I would love to see us add some pieces like these to our team, just so we go from being an outer playoff team to a guaranteed playoff team and fighting for an Eastern Conference Championship. But we'll kind of see what we do on draft night in this offseason, where we are, if we elevate at all, if we made any good signings, things of that nature. But we'll kind of have to stay tuned and see what we do. Hopefully we do something great, but this is a Charlotte Hornets organization, so don't hold your breath, is what I'll say. But this has been fun going over the additions we can add to benefit our team, and I look forward to seeing what we do this offseason to add elements to this team. Go Hornets!